Yeah, bro, what's good? Welcome to the Memecoin Show. Okay, so this is going to be a little different, guys, because our guest does not speak any English just yet. Maybe they speak more English than I speak Russian. So, but I'm sure you can introduce yourself, right? How do you introduce yourself when you meet people that speak English only?
Yes, glad to welcome everyone, guys. And I'm a meme coin trader, the meme coin maximalist. Made a public call on Shiba Inu on March 9th on 2021. I have proofs on Instagram to 4,000 times. I went in with $2,000. At the peak, if I hadn't sold, it would have been $8 million. But I started trading it because I'm a cool trader. Thought, that's it. As a result, I entered the meme sector. That is, in the CES, we were one of the first to start pushing memes. At the peak, my deposit was $3.8 million, roughly from $30,000. The most successful trade was in Chisinau. I invested $7,000. It became $2.2 million, and I was the second holder of Floki, but I made X2 and sold one. It's the biggest form I've ever had in my life. Now we are promoting memes in the CIS market. I also have a YouTube channel. I'm a blogger, a Telegram channel, a private club, a large community with which we trade. We are true Memecoin maximalists. I don't believe in altcoins, in Memecoins.
So you made millions in meme coins. That's good. I think that's what everybody, your story is what a lot of people want. They want that kind of story, that kind of success where they get into meme coins, they buy something and then it shoots up and they make millions. Their life changes overnight. But before we talk about the meme coins themselves, like how you got into it, I want you to tell your story of what were you doing before meme coins?
If we delve into childhood, I'm from an ordinary family. I was in a cadet corps from 5th grade to 11th grade. Then I studied at the Military Space Academy in St. Petersburg. After that, I was involved in affiliate programs. And after dealing with affiliate programs, I got into network marketing, multi-level marketing. After that, I got acquainted with crypto in 2017. My first transaction was Ethereum specifically and fully in. I entered the crypto market, specifically the meme sector, precisely in 2021. I had experience in traditional business. I had a hookah lounge in Marbella, Spain, plus affiliate programs, and then I went into the Memecoin sector. My first transaction was a Memecoin. I bought Shiba for $2,000. I was sitting at dinner in the Dominican Republic. I had financial obligations of $300,000 because of debts in traditional business. And regarding financial literacy, I was paying off debts and I had $5,000 for investments. I asked a friend what to buy. He said, buy Shiba. And I bought Shiba and recorded the story on Instagram saying, I bought 80 billion tokens, and everyone started laughing at me because back then it was alt season then with BNB and Ethereum being popular. Everyone started laughing at me, but then I was the one laughing.
So you're a guy who went to space military. By the way, in Russia, I was in Russia earlier this year. I went to the Space Museum. It's very nice. A lot of history there. I saw the first dogs to ever go to space. I'm always wondering why nobody has created a good meme coin around that. But you went into space engineering, or you also started a real business in restaurants in Spain. But then you're in debt, and then you come across an investment opportunity, and the investment opportunity being a meme coin, a dog. What convinced you? Like, what were you thinking in your brain to come out of the reward and be like, okay, I think I will invest in this stupid coin of a dog? Like, what convinced you to do that?
I, on the contrary, came from crypto into traditional business because I made my first transaction within crypto. Then we started setting up partnership programs. I was already involved in crypto and network marketing. And then I thought, why? I was sitting in Rome smoking hookah and thinking, want to provide them with luxurious sofas like in Russia and high quality hookahs in Europe. Because of this, I started a traditional business. So traditional business is not my foundation. My foundation is probably more in crypto and network marketing. That's it. And then since I played around in traditional business, I encountered a fraudster in the company. So we went into a 320,000 euro deficit. And then I was paying off those debts and managed to clear them using crypto. That was when the Memecoin market was emerging, and I started investing. In fact, traditional business was an interim story for me, not the main one.
What made meme coins to make sense for him at that point? Because now it's normal and common, but back then it was like you cannot be a serious business person and take meme coins seriously.
I was at a crypto conference in the Dominican Republic. And it was about crypto, and I was sitting with a friend. So I said, what should I buy? Shiba, which I didn't understand that these were Memecoins. This market was just emerging, and no one was talking about it at all. I bought Shiba for $2,000. The next day, I saw a 70% profit. I was like, but that's a lot, and I cashed out. Then I look, and it's growing. I'm like, well, I need to get in. I invested $5,000. From $5,000, it became 10, and I withdrew 5 due to financial literacy. Then it went from $5,000 to 15, and I took out 10. Then it went from $5,000 to 20. I took out 17, and from 3 it became 15. I thought this celebration of life cannot continue, and I fixed everything else. Then I see it keeps growing, and you already delve into the chat, you see all the hustle, and you start falling in love with this market. And then I invested and entered the market with only $30,000 or $40,000 I had in savings. And at first I had growth up to $540,000. Then it rolled back to 180. I waited through 70% drawdown like the current one in the market. And then the turnaround, I still remember the 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th of May. That is from around $250,000. It shot up to $3.8 million.
So in the end, that's the story.
I buy one coin.
Yeah.
And then say it reached 540, then rolled back 180 minus 70%. That is like the current drop. And then the turnaround. Then I went into stories, say, story Instagram, I'm dollars millionaires. Everything, I have everything like. And 10th of May.
Oh, wow, yeah.
10 May.
10 May, $1 million.
10 May, yes. And
11 May, 3.8 million.
Yes.
Wow. Is this the moment where you sold?
No, I call a friend, the one who advised me, and I say, what should I do? And he says, well, what do you want? I say, well, 5 to 10 million. He says, then let's hold. And back then, the market was just emerging, and there was no understanding of how big it would grow. I'm like, well, let's hold. And then it started to decline. This was in the middle of May. After they listed SHIB on Binance, went into decline. I fixed from $3.8 million to $1.4 million. That's all. And because of this, the message to those watching us Memecoin Show is that the numbers on the balance are just numbers on the balance, and you need to lock in profits, take chips off the table.
And I mean, it's a tough call because you put in 5K. Had you looked at 50,000 and say, oh, it's now a 10x, I'm out of here, we couldn't have made millions. But then it went to 3 million. You also didn't sell, and then you sold when it crashed down to like 1.3. Now people would look, or yourself, you might feel like, oh, I should have sold at 3.4 million or 3.8 million. Look at me now. But at the same time, one would say, well, if you hadn't waited and you were so greedy to just take the money out, you wouldn't have made that much. So I don't think there's a right way or wrong way to do it. But definitely at some point you have to pull the plug for sure. Because I have a similar story where if I didn't sell early, my fat coin, it could have been in the millions. But when I made 300K, I sold. I didn't know that it was going to go to like 2 billion. But it is part of the game, you know. You win some, you lose some.
Well, $50,000 didn't surprise me at that moment because I had made over $1 million in network marketing. So I already had an expanded mindset. Then when the deposit was 540 and it dropped to 180, even though I had debts of $300,000, I held on like diamond hands with the thought, if you aren't wealthy yet, don't start. Then when I reached 1 million, we were lying with my girlfriend in a small apartment of 45 square meters. And she says, well, that's it. You've been working your whole life to get $1 million exactly in cash. Lock it in. I'm like, no. And imagine you have to go to sleep at dawn. You refresh. You have $1 million in your account. You have to go to sleep and open and refresh the balance the next morning when you have $1 million in meme coins. And I wake up in the morning and she's like, well, go ahead, refresh the balance. I refresh the balance and there's 1.4 million. So, and then she says, well, then 1.4 million, fix $1 million, leave the 400. I'm like, no way. You know, like how I then reflecting that life seems to lead this way. some people's hands shake when they hold 100,000 on the balance, but my hands didn't shake when I saw $1 million on the balance. In the end, at the end of the day, it was 2.2 million, and the next day it was 3.8 million. But by then, of course, such thoughts start. I felt emptiness. I just thought that $1 million would be different. Many people live in the illusion of what $1 million is. They think it will be life-changing, but essentially it's small money.
Did you keep this girlfriend or not? Or you made wife-changing money after that?
Broke up, but she's sitting right here.
Good. So she's here with us. Oh, nice.
I had 3 girlfriends, and they go through the bear market with me, and then the bull market. And before the next bear market, we break up.
Okay. Yeah, but I think it's useful to have someone next to you who can at least tell you that, please sell, because if you don't, sometimes you can lose it all. So, it was good that she was there, tell you to cash out.
Well, girls are more down to earth. We're the ones always flying in the clouds.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. By the way, the most expensive, recently I was asked in an interview, what is the most expensive gift I gave a girl? And someone would say like Cartier Rolex. The most expensive gift I gave was when I gave a tip on a token. She invested $7,000 and at its peak, it was $600,000.
Wow. So, good work. Now she cannot ask you for a Chanel bag because she can buy it herself. You already give her the signal. She turned $7,000 to $600. She can buy all the bags she wants for that.
And she paid for their fashion in Mauritius later.
Ooh. That's the right way to do it. You just give her the signal. She makes all the money and then she pay for the holiday.
Yes.
Very smart. Okay, so let's move on to today. Make me understand the CIS market. Like, what are the most popular coins right now in the CIS and meme coin wise? Like, what is the top 5?
The top 5 Memecoins are very, very popular. Harry Potter 10, Obama 10, Sonic Coin.
Yes, Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic Inu, yeah.
Then Pepe is very popular right now. Fartcoin 16Z, and Shiba Floki is mega popular.
Who are these guys following mostly? Like, who are the top influencers within that circle, and what triggers that market? What makes them to buy, and how do they go about it? Are they degen trading on BullX on Solana, or there's a whole new set of tools and set of people that they follow and the things they use?
Listen, the CIS market is very specific. It follows Caesar and Elon Musk and a couple more callers. But to the callers, as you said in our interview, they trust less. Mostly they conduct their own research. For example, our product, which we developed, Nexus Insider, allows finding tokens right at their inception, and no token goes unnoticed. So we created this product which highlights immediately, and the Volin bot, and the Twitter tracker, and smart money wallets. And my community trades more for this reason because, for example, CZ or Elon Musk pushes some token, the wallets have already entered, they pump it just for unloading. And the CIS community has become smarter in this regard, and they just, some get in without experience, but most with experience that don't at all enter such tokens. The message to your audience, especially those who are newcomers interested in the meme sector, is to date various investment models, whatever aligns more with their emotional intelligence and psychology. Maybe someone is more interested in holding a long-term portfolio like Pepe or Shiba. Well, from the SPX for long-term, someone interested in mid-term, to trade assets. For someone, it might just be that assets are traded quickly and a quick decision is needed, and one must go to these so-called investment dates and choose what suits them, because many hear the noise. Everyone trade with the pump and go with the pump. But their psychology may not fit this. Maybe they are better off trading assets mid-term or long-term.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Now, as far as mindshare, in the English-speaking region, we got X. That's where everyone else is. And you got YouTube, kind of the second platform. It's more normie. YouTube is more for normies, but it's great for live streaming and stuff like that. So in the CIS, I understand Telegram is basically where a lot of the activity happens. Is that still the case, or we also have? Do you guys care about Twitter at all, or is it just Telegram? It's the ultimate place where you engage with each other?
The foundation is made by Telegram. The best combination in the CIS is YouTube and Telegram. They also use Twitter, but that's more advanced agents. The best is Telegram. And if you're going to run a Telegram channel, let's say even in English, high quality, simply if you buy a premium subscription, you can translate it directly into Russian. But if you want to promote within the CIS, or if one of your followers watching you is an influencer, the main combination is a Telegram channel, Telegram and YouTube.
So in the English-speaking region, when people make a new Twitter account, they typically buy followers, fake followers, bots, just bought their account to look like they got followers. Is it the same in CIS where when you create a new, say, Telegram group, do people buy subscribers in these Telegram groups, or it's mostly real people? How hard is it to grow a Telegram account as compared to like to grow a Twitter account? Because on X, you have to put in the work to get people to follow you. You have to post a lot and engage. But I don't know, is that the same strategy in Telegram, or it's easier?
There are different combinations. I don't know the Western combinations, but here's a combination, for example, in the CIS. All the traffic from everywhere, for example, is done through short content. These are Reels, YouTube Shorts. All this is directed to a link to a Telegram channel. There it's mainly about audience. If you want to sell your product, like private clubs, like providing some information about the market, like about trading and so on. And from YouTube too, there's a core where everything pulls in from all social networks. So I release short content. It goes straight to VKontakte, Yandex.Zen, YouTube Shorts, TikTok and Instagram Reels. And all of this is channeled through links to Telegram and from there traffic. So I personally do not buy traffic, but we create connections in terms of visiting each other's podcasts and sharing audience within the Telegram channel. And there it's mainly about audience, because Telegram is very convenient. For example, after the podcast with you, I have an editor. He will make separate just cut reels, like 30 to 50 reels from our podcast, and I will push this one reel to 5 social networks. There, posting 2 reels a day, and everywhere there's a link attached to Telegram. This all gets pulled together.
Right, makes sense. So now, what kind of meme coins are you mostly interested in, and what's your thesis for this cycle, and what are you holding if you had to pick top 5 meme coins that you think will have the biggest potential?
Large caps or mid caps?
I think do small caps.
Small caps.
Yeah.
Okay. Doggy Father.
Dog Father?
Doggy Father.
Okay.
Only if you. I actually think for some reason the focus will be on Ethereum. That is from the Ethereum network. Solana performs, but from Ethereum it distracts ASIF attention, and there is also a strong dump of Ether. But still, Ether is the father of Memecoins. Well, as if all the embryos of memes were there, and I think Ethereum network will just power up, and you need to look at memes on Ethereum network. If on the Ethereum network, I like Andy. In the last 2 days, it has grown by 2.5 times. That is the Pepe family. I don't know if you know or not. At one moment in Pepe changed the picture. In the Pepe family's contracts were highlighted, meaning Pepe 0, OAKS 69. There were highlighted contracts of OAKS 68. This is Andy, OAKS 66. This is Brad Wolf from the family, from Pepe Comics. From there, if we take it from artificial intelligence, this is 16Z. These are 4 coins. The Pepe family is Andy, Wolf, Brad, and there's also one more token. I can't remember. If you go really deep, it's Dog Phaser, Kokoro, you know. Kokoro is now the second Shiba. That's it.
Okay. Okay, so your focus is definitely on ETH.
The next possible trend, I asked you on our podcast, I think DeFi AI will be the trend, where DeFi will be combined with AI, not just AI.
What about the big caps? You know, if you don't have to be chain specific, what are the bigger cap meme coins that you think will send for this season, for this cycle, that could 100x or whatever?
I don't believe that it will give a 100x, for example. Speaks, well, because it's already big, 100 billion is how far the market should be inflated. So I think maybe Andy, which is worth 80 millions, but being worth 80 billion, 8 billion is unlikely. I don't believe in a 100 times growth, but I do believe in 10 times growth for SPIX. That's Ford coin, maybe a satellite of Ford coin, RFS coin. Harry Potter, Bitcoin, Obama, Sonia Quinn, they strongly believe in it, but as if they are trading by the chart. If you've seen back and forth, it seems to me they have made a lot of money and maybe won't want to push it further. Well, in general, the vision is that many memes from the pre-bull run around the time of Trump's inauguration, they will not pump them up. Only strong teams like ISP services and the Gachata will pump them. But return interest to the meme sector, and again, liquidity is needed only possible with new memes, because this is a very strong marketing story. That is, it's easier to take than pump old memes. It's easier to take a new meme and say, here's a meme. Coin gave 1000x returns. Let's go. Everyone joins. Everyone is like, oh, meme, super cycle. Return. Because this marketing story, they pump some meme. Here's 1000 times increase gone. Everyone's like, oh, the meme super cycle is back. Let's all go trade. And it's much easier to return liquidity this way than an old meme. Here's some meme that grew. Remember how the movement in memes returned after the last bull run, after everyone rolled over in 2021. In 2023, if I'm not mistaken, Pepe came out. In that market, I don't know if you remember it or not. If a token reached a 5 million cap, it was like a celebration, a festivity, and a rocket. In the end, Pepe came out, supported by the Ether Foundation, and eventually liquidity returned, memes, and everyone started trading memes because a new token came out, which just flew into space, got listed on Binance. In a week, I think, or in 2 weeks, they were listed on Binance. Here, I think the same thing will happen. Some new memes will come out, which will see colossal growth, quickly get listed on Binance, and the meme coin super cycle will return.
Right. So what do you think is going to be the highest market cap for a meme coin this cycle? What's going to be the top? Whatever is going to be the biggest meme this cycle, what's going to be the highest number, you would guess?
And look, the Trump token, the fact that it came out and was worth 70 billion, it really stretched the imagination. That's the first point of reference that I'm focusing on. And then tokens that the team will work on, for example, SPX, they might be worth 10 million. We used to think that Pepe was 30 billion, 10 billion. But we used to think that Pepe at 30 billion was something astronomical. But Trump really stretched this thinking. And now Pepe at 30 billion, at 50 billion doesn't seem astronomical. It's that's my position. And what position I think the subscribers are interested, that if we take the entire crypto market, right now it's a bit over $2 trillion. If the bull market inflates it to $6 trillion and the Memecoin, well, that means Memecoins will take up 10% of the market, $600 billion. So within these 600 billion, you just need to find your token that will make a life change. And that's it.
So lastly, what have you learned from your story? You know, from whatever you were doing and then you came into Memecoin, changed your life. What story, or like what are the core 3 lessons from what you have done, and what can you teach to other people that are watching now?
Three pieces of advice. You need to take chips from the table. You need to fixate, because the balance on the screen, it is just a balance. That's the first. Second, you need to understand, not live by patterns of past market behavior and even the past meme market. There are conditional veterans who can hold. I am one of the veterans with Ethereum. I diamond hands. I can hold in the long run and believing in them. Now the market has changed a bit, especially if you trade on Solana 2 times. You need to take back the principal, because leaving 99% of tokens on hold is a scam. Well, that's the story. As for the advice, change your strategy. Don't live by the behavior patterns of past cycles. And the third advice, stay constantly in the market and join a community, because even if you drop out of the market for a week or 2, like many are doing now, I don't know if you noticed this in your views or not, the hype in crypto dropped a little because trade wars started and so on. And many people are sitting on the sidelines like, well, when the bull run starts, I'll come back into the meme sector. On the contrary, now is the time to be in the market, observe narratives, and learn new knowledge, because it's like preseason preparation in football right now. When the season comes and it's time to play, those who are sitting on the fence now will return to the field and get injured. injuries in this context are investment injuries, essentially injuries, because they will not be in the market and not the narrative. And right now it's important to go through pre-season preparation before the bull run.
Amazing. Thanks, bro. We love it. Good success and good luck on your journey from now on. I think this cycle you're going to kill it, and now you can hit the whatever is the biggest number that you dream of, right? So good luck, and shout out to all your followers in the CIS region. Hopefully they also watch this interview and learn a lot more. Take care, man. Take care.